Hi, everybody. Some old guy with MS here once again. Um, on this video, I thought I would talk a little bit about my stock portfolio, and some of the stocks I own. I actually had thought my portfolio was, about a third, but that's actually not true. I would say a good half of my portfolio is in, blue chip Canadian companies. For example, all the Canadian banks, CNCP, and let's see. I think I also have some Suncor. So they're in generally very stable, slow-growing companies. Companies that I pretty much don't think will ever go bankrupt. Have you ever heard of a Canadian bank going bankrupt? No. Or a railroad? Well, actually, I think CN went bankrupt in like 1900 or something like that when it was first starting. But CP didn't. CP has been going a long time, over 100 years. My grandfather came from England and worked for CP as a boiler maker. And I gather he must have got stock options or whatever they did way back then. And he came to Canada in about, well, let's see, probably just before the Second World War. So a long time ago. And he had shares in Canadian Pacific. And he did quite well. Warren Buffett, he says, invest in companies that have a big moat around them. And what he means by that is invest in companies where it's really hard for someone else to come in and give you competition. Well, with the Canadian railroads, I don't think there will ever be another Canadian cross-country Canadian railroad. Because when they get to the Rocky Mountains, it was very, very difficult for them to come through. They had to blast lots of different tunnels. And then when they get to BC, they come down the Fraser Canyon. Well, we have CNCP. Sometimes they're on either side of the river, or sometimes just above or below each other. The third line, well, it wouldn't be able to come that way. It would have to, well, it would just be too difficult. I don't think we'll ever get another cross-country Canadian railroad. So CN and CP, they have huge moats around them. Their only other, aside from each other, their only other Canadian competition would be by trucks. But a lot of what the railroads ship, it's very difficult to send by truck. Well, others you could, I guess, but it would be very expensive. You know, could you imagine shipping a truckload of grain across the country, or sulfur by truck? It would be expensive. So, yeah, half my portfolio is that type of stock. And I'd say probably a quarter of it is, well, kind of blue chip American stocks, but they seem way more volatile to me and more risky. And maybe it's just me. So in American stocks, I've got a little bit of all of these. Okay, and when I say little, I mean little. Apple, Amazon, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, well, I had some Tesla, but I sold it way too soon. I sold it at like $650, about a month ago, and now it's up to like 800. Just unbelievable. Elon Musk is now the richest person in the world. Basically, because Tesla has gone up so much lately. Oh yeah, let's see. I also have Canadian Shopify. It's been doing pretty good. But you see, the trouble is I hardly have anything of all these. I'm probably spread too thin. But everything is going up. Oh yeah, in the U.S. stocks, I saw Walmart, which is going down. Well, it bounces around. It's not really going anywhere. See, Walmart and Shopify, we're supposed to do some deal and work together, but it's been positive for Shopify, but not really for Walmart, which is kind of strange. So anyway, that the American stock, They make up about a quarter of my portfolio. And then the last quarter, that's what I play with. In that quarter, let's see, I bought QuantumScape and lost money because of my own stupidity. I also I bought some medical stocks. I think there was one, I don't know what it's called, but its symbol was BNGO. Yeah, I think it was BNGO. It went up spectacularly. I actually did very, very, very well on that. If it wasn't BNGO, it was something like that. So I thought I had a brilliant idea, but unfortunately, like most of my brilliant ideas, it didn't pan out. And that idea was this. Most of these medical stocks, they take off once a drug they're bringing to the market gets onto the market, and succeeds. So I was looking for medical stocks with a drug in phase 3 clinical trials. So phase 3 is kind of near the end, but unfortunately, it can be quite expensive. So what was it? I did find this one drug company. Its symbol is JAGX, and it had a drug in phase 3 clinical trial. Something to do with people getting blindness, and unfortunately, phase 3 might be a year, 2 years. So my hopes for quick, big profits have sort of been sidelined. So with the stuff I play around with, in total, I've invested in probably about 5 almost startups. Usually in the share prices, let's see, say $1, around $1 up to say $5. And I would say I've invested in about 5 of them, and one was a home run. The other 4, well, they haven't gone bankrupt, but most of them have gone down 10 to 15%, which is not good. But let's see, what have I invested in that? Hive Blockchain, which is a cryptocurrency mining company. They mine Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's doing moderately okay. I invested in Loop Insights, which is sort of a AI company that helps, I don't know, vendors look at their sales and sales patterns, and they apply AI to it to help them, basically sell more stuff. And then quite a few medical companies. And so out of all of those, I had one home run. And it probably covered whatever losses I've had, but it means that in that quarter of my portfolio, I haven't really made anything. So I may need to rethink my strategy, because it's kind of sort of not really working. And that's it. So I'm not I have to say this, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling anyone what to do. But in my opinion, you should have a fairly large, you should have about a third of your portfolio in blue chip stocks, usually that pay you a dividend. Just buy them, put them away, and don't even think of them. And then your other 2/3, you can, look out for new investments. Anyway, then if everything goes to shit, at least you have something left over, that you can use. So I guess that's about it. I don't really have a lot more to say. Let's see. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting this. Please like, comment, share, subscribe to my channel. Thanks. I really appreciate it. I'm going to try and make these a little more regularly again. I sort of been off lately. So anyway, I think I'll end it here. So, and communication. Okay, this is not for you. Start listening. Mouse Grid 888 1, click, mouse grid, 8, 3, 3, click, bye-bye.